Hello friends, my name is Dave Miller.
And my name is Niall Spain, and we are your fuck buddies. Clink.
And finally, we're good sounding fuck buddies.
Hopefully, yeah. I got
We've
a
done
brand new mic because we just can't give you guys a shoddy product.
I know, we started not great, and then we got better last week, and now we should be operating at full boi-energy capacity now.
Which is dangerous, so gird your ear loins.
And maybe loosen up a bit. You get a little limber.
Ooh, that sounded really condescending. Loosen up a bit. Maybe smile more while you're at it.
Hey, calm down.
Yeah, let's fucking... How are you doing? I've been talking to you all day. I don't know why I'm asking this question.
I know, we've been hunting big monster boys on Dauntless all day.
It's true. I'm living that fucking Well, no, never mind. It's NOVID-Nonteen. No of that thing that is happening. We're not talking about it.
We're not talking about it. Today is just a normal Monday for you.
NOVID-Nonteen. Let's fucking move on swiftly. You want me to go?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just get right into it. Why not?
This is by user Ben de la Creme 35. Boyfriend blowing me off to spoon with his dog? My 22-year-old female boyfriend, 22-year-old male, has recently told me he's been letting his dog sleep on his bed, which is fine, but I found out he's been spooning with his dog in the morning. I was particularly annoyed when he declined coming over to my place so he could cuddle his dog in the morning. Am I being replaced? Yikes. The other day he suggested a three-way spoon with me and his dog. What the fuck?
This is so troubling.
Is it?
Yes?
Pourquoi?
Because, it doesn't sound like it's... if it was just a thing, I cuddle Oliver all the time. Okay. And I cuddle my girlfriend's cat all the time. Which is fine. It's cool to do it.
What you got against dogs?
But to make it an event. You know what I mean? I'm not... I never... when I was not living with Amanda, at no point in time was I ever like, ooh, sorry, can't come over. I'm cuddling my cat.
Now, the thing is he making an event or is she making an event? Because, it could be like, oh, you want to come over? And him be like, oh, sorry, I'm just cuddling my dog right now. I'm not getting out of bed kind of thing. And instead of her taking it as yeah, I'm tired. Because, let's be fair. You wake up, you're having a good fucking dog cuddle in the bed. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to leave. So maybe instead of taking it in the gist it was meant to, which is that, he was tired, she's blaming this dog.
I don't know if she's blaming the dog. I think she's being like, what the hell is this dude doing?
But who doesn't want a cute dog cuddle? This guy's doing God's work. Why is she being weird about it?
But okay, describe the format of the three-way cuddle.
Just come get in bed with me and my dog will be there.
No, he's saying spoon.
Yeah, well, you on one side, him in the middle, her somewhere else, and then the dog. I don't know why you're there.
Yeah, what am I doing there? I wasn't invited.
You're a pervert, that's why. You're just holding your cats and watching like you like to do.
Yeah, just sitting in a dark room, dark corner, smoking a cigarette.
Ooh, you smoke now. I like it.
Only when I'm being a creep.
That's fair. So always, holla.
Not saying that voyeurism is creepy. It is if you're not invited.
That's true.
That is a crime.
And if you're suggesting, that's the nicest way to phrase that. It's just uninvited voyeurism.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like she's being weird about this.
She could be.
I don't know. For me,
it depends on how it's all going down.
If someone was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm cuddling my dog right now," I'd be like, "Fuck yeah." I wouldn't be like, "Am I being replaced? Why do you care about this dog more than me?" Because on top of the fact that he should care about his dog more than you, it's it's the morning. It's get over it. People don't want to get out of bed if they're comfy.
Yeah, now was it did she invite him over in the morning, or did he not come over the night before because he wanted to cuddle his dog in the morning?
See, that's the thing, right?
Because that's a crazy thing to do.
Oh, you know what? I think I kind of misread. You're right. It says I was annoyed when he declined coming over to my place so he could cuddle his dog in the morning. I figured he declined in the morning. That's a little strange.
I think he's no, sorry, I have plans with my dog in the morning.
Okay.
And then it's oh, hey, actually, you know what? I want to cuddle this dog so bad that the only way that you're going to see me is if you have a three-way cuddle with my dog.
Yeah. But okay, if he's planning it like that, that's a little strange. Unless it's just like his weird way of saying like I don't want to leave my dog alone, which is fair, I guess.
But you can say that.
True.
He's making this expressly like about physical contact with his dog.
Well, maybe it's a joke, and she's taking it wrong because I can't imagine a normal human saying that, which could be the case. That's the thing. I'm erring on the side of like him being sane. That could be entirely wrong.
I'm using the information that I have available to me, and yes, we never have the full story, but if it's going down the way that she's saying it's going down, there's something not right.
But also, why is she weird about going over for a 3-way cuddle? Because, not gonna lie, someone invites me over for a cuddle with a dog, I'm down.
Again,
basically, I love dogs. That's the point of this question.
I also love dogs.
No, Dan, I think the audience knows you don't.
I've had dogs since I've grown up. Until I moved out of my parents' house. It's the only time I haven't had a dog.
I don't know.
So I grew up with dogs. I love dogs.
You ran away from the place that had dogs, didn't you?
But I've also dated women who
what do you
put a heavy emphasis on their dog to the point where it is uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, I think you are right. If this guy is literally scheduling dog cuddle dates to the point where he's blowing off plans, that's weird. That is definitely strange.
I think if you're refusing romantic / physical intimate contact with a human being and replacing it with, even if it's platonic cuddles with your dog, hopefully platonic cuddles with the dog.
Why did you even have to introduce that thought?
Well, I don't know. He does fucking mention a 3-way. So,
man, what are the odds this guy's fucking his dog? Because it's a possibility.
It might not, and again, it could just be one of those things where it's or is it her boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was a more casual thing, it might just be his way of blowing her off. But to be someone you're in a relationship
could be a way
with,
of blowing her off.
It still could be. Is it a new dog? Has he always had this dog? Has he always been weird with the dog? I don't know.
Yeah. The first comment is, "Are you jealous of his dog?" And she says, "I think so." And then someone says, "How attractive is the dog?" She said 8 out of 10. And someone says, "Well, you must be a 7." So that's mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a time where you might actually have to be hey, I'm cool with your dog. Your dog's cool as hell. But you seem to be replacing physical affection towards me with physical affection towards your dog.
Yeah. Or even just be look, if you need to take care of your dog, that's fine, but you need to tell me those parameters. You can't just be I'm going to cuddle my dog and cancel our plans, because that's not cool.
Yeah, it's I can't be the backup to your dog cuddles.
And also, if there's another reason behind it, if he doesn't want to go over for, maybe he doesn't sleep well there, or maybe he doesn't like her place, or, any other reason, don't use your dog as a crutch, don't use it as an excuse, be honest about the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just...
Very strange.
Don't be weird, guys, but also...
Don't be weird.
Cuddle those dogs if you got a chance.
This comes from Reddit user Court Mueller 888. Is it true that guys aren't attracted to funny women? I hear people talk about this, and I was just wondering how men feel about it. I guess funny women are considered yappy.
Yeah, I hate funny women.
I can't stand a sense of humor.
Exactly. No one wants... thing is, you think of a relationship, and the last thing you want is to laugh with them, right?
Ooh.
That's what friends are for. Do they not get it?
I have a thing in my apartment, a little square, little square painting that I hang up, and it just says "Live, Love."
Yeah, exactly. And then the other bit is scratched out in blood, just to underline it.
Yeah. With the blood of the last woman that made me laugh with her yappiness.
That's the thing as well. It's why can't they just make you laugh any other way than yapping?
I know.
Man, I feel bad even making these jokes. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A funny woman is the best. Funny people in general. It's there's a reason we like comedy, and everyone jokes about almost everything. Comedy is the fucking lifeblood of people. Why would you not want that in your relationship?
Yeah, and it's cool if someone's comedy isn't your brand of humor.
Yeah.
That's fine. That happens. But to straight out say that we don't like. I don't like funny women.
That doesn't even make sense.
It's a crazy thing to say. Yeah, it makes no sense to me because, like, what this reads to me is the guys that are saying this are afraid of women who are like
confident,
mentally sharp, and have a quick wit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like they want someone who's just gonna like back down and be quiet.
Yes,
and that person.
Yeah, this sounds like
sucks.
dudes who are from the 50s.
Yes, yeah, no, it's horrendous. No, like a funny person is the best. And the thing is, this doesn't even make sense because, as you said, there's so many different types of fucking humor. Like you could be witty, you could be dry, you could be silly, you could be goofy, you could be like anything. So to just say I don't like people who are funny, also like the fact that you find them funny means that you by definition do like it. Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like quote unquote like
like other
funny
people
women
consider you
like,
funny.
You know, I want to say Amy Poehler, but it's not Amy Poehler. Who's the blonde one that's terrible? Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
She's so fucking bad. Amy...
Your one, Tommy Loren? She's blonde and terrible.
No, but she's not a comedian. She's a news pundit.
Is she even? She's just an asshole.
Well, that's pretty much what a news pundit is. What the hell's her name?
Amy
Schumer. Like, are we? Is that what we're defining as like a quote unquote funny woman? Well, like, because like, I get that.
Some people I don't find Amy Schumer.
I can't stand Amy Schumer.
That's fine. You see, different strokes, different folks. But like, you can't. Like, I assume.
That, I guess that has nothing to do with me as a man not liking her because she's funny.
No, not at all. You don't like her because you don't find her funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is ridiculous, and like anyone seriously considering this it's super sad. And like, don't let whatever shit person told you this to like. Firstly, if anyone says you're yapping or yappy, like you should bite them like a yappy dog would, because they don't deserve to have unbroken skin.
Unless you're being yappy.
No. Anyone who even uses that term, unless you're like literally yapping, like for some reason, maybe you're trying to like communicate during your 3-way cuddle with the dog and you're yapping to them, sure, then you could be described as yappy. That's about it.
They're like, when I hear the word yappy, I imagine a like
Muppet
40-year-old man, like 40 to 50-year-old man in a suit that doesn't really fit him perfectly, and like, you know, just like a sheen of hair gel and just like a waft of like Olive Garden off him.
And he's storming out of the house in the morning, leaving her with the kids so he can go and like pay for sex, and he's just like, oh, you yap. You just yap too much.
Yeah, do cocaine in an Applebee's somewhere.
Hell yeah. If anyone says that to you, what they're really saying is they are not confident and they don't like to realize that. It goes
with this, like, anytime anyone's like, men don't like women with glasses.
Outspoken
men don't
women.
like you know, like anytime someone says
women.
This group of people don't like this type of person, is the person who's making that statement, that declaration, is revealing their own either bias or prejudice, and also at the same time like their own insecurity.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, like guys who, because I read another one where it's like, I was told that men don't like women with glasses, and I was just like, what are you talking about?
Generalization.
Yeah,
and also
I was like, it's cool.
Untrue.
Maybe. Yeah, it's like maybe one dude or a few dudes aren't into glasses. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
I'm not super into like a shit ton of facial piercings, but
I thought you were about to say facial hair. I was like, all right.
But like, I'm not going to say that there aren't people out there that don't find that attractive.
Yeah, and if you did, that would be madness.
Like, literally go onto Pornhub and Google any sort of, like, physical descriptor, and you're going to find pages and pages of porn, because people want to watch that to physically, like, you know, pleasure themselves to. There are people out there who find anything attractive.
Yeah. And also, like, I think the bare fact of, like, saying, like, men don't find, is kind of like you're not even confident enough to admit it yourself. So you're just like brushing off the responsibility. It's like, shit, it's nothing to do with me. Take it up with men. Take it up with all men. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just one man. Like, you gotta fucking
I'm sorry. I got the memo.
The memo
in our Facebook group chat.
Yeah,
of the men.
Out of my control.
The men chat. And they just said, hey guys, women with glasses and funny women.
Yeah, fuck.
Off the table.
That's the thing.
Off the table.
What,
Tina Fey, get out of here.
Oh god, she's actually the most unattractive woman in the world because she is both those things.
I know.
And she's yapped at some point. I know she has.
Oh my god, yeah, she's definitely yapped. Even if it was in an SNL skit.
Well, that's the thing. I bet there's actually probably a clip somewhere. And I think that's very funny. Tina Fey's great, by the way.
Tina Fey's a babe.
Just for anybody who thinks we're actually being serious, I hate that I always feel the need to be like, this is jokes. But this is jokes.
At this point, I think people know.
I know, but like I would hate that like someone would, be their first episode and they're like, man, these guys suck. And it's like, you can think we suck if it's for reasons that like aren't us, when we're being serious, that's fine. But yeah. What else? What was the like you logged on to man chat a minute ago? What's the newest thing that we hate?
Women whose jeans don't match up perfectly with their butts, like the back pockets.
Okay.
They're out. Bangs, unfortunately. I'm a big bangs guy, so that really hurts me, but bangs,
well, wait,
you got bangs, you're out.
Men don't like bangs.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, I don't know, it was this crazy thing where it sounded like you said that you liked them, but you are man.
Oh, I did prior to getting the memo. Now I don't.
Good.
Now they're out. Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Jesus,
no, fuck 'em.
I thought I don't even know what the punishment is because no man has ever gone against will of man. Obviously.
Oh yeah, no.
Or else, God forbid, we'd have funny women with glasses.
Oh god. Now funny women with bangs.
Don't.
Sorry, Zoe Deschanel. You're out too.
Yeah, all these statistically hated women for being so unattractive. Yeah, I can't even keep going with this joke. This is all bullshit. Anyone who says that to you sucks so hard that you just need to leave them.
Yeah, the point I wanted to make was what I said earlier, where it's like it's all biased and filtered through someone else's like, and there might be regional preferences. You know what I mean? Like you might live in an area where people like a certain thing, and it might seem like because they like them that they don't like X. And that's, you could look at like all sorts of like societal reasons why men in certain areas are groomed to prefer certain women. But like it's not a universal thing.
Yeah.
Like men don't like, there isn't like a type that men like and don't like, because you'll find a dude who's into, curvier women, taller women, shorter women. Like there's a flavor for everyone, and unfortunately, if someone before you is not your flavor, that you don't get to like decide that men don't like you.
Yeah, and like there is no blanket statement, like at all. There is no men don't X. You know what I mean?
I think that like the second you hear the phrase, "Oh, men don't like," whatever the next it's adjective
wrong.
And noun is, just cut it out.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, people don't like X. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I once I was dating a woman for a while, and she had a very large bottom, and all like as she grew up,
had to cut her out of the condo large.
I mean, it was getting there. Like growing up, all the female members of her family constantly told her that like no guy likes that, no guy wants that.
Did they never hear that one famous song that everyone's heard? He cannot lie. Why would they not trust that?
I mean, hell, even if that's like a generational gap, Queen had a song called Fat Bottom Girls.
Yeah. You know what? Like, I don't understand.
They make the rock and world go round, Niall.
It's like people always focus on the fact that he likes big butts, but they never focus on how hard it must be going through life and being unable to lie. Like, he likes big butts, but he also cannot lie. Like, those are two defining characteristics, and everyone always talks about the butts.
It's a tough life, man.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. He's terrible at poker, firstly.
I think that might be his deflection. I don't think that's a trouble for him. I think he made that song so people would stop making him tell the truth.
No, but now everyone just knows.
Yeah, but like, oh, you can't lie about the butt thing. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, for sure. It's like, that was him, once again, not being able to lie about not being able to lie. He had to tell people that he couldn't lie, but he had to do it in a way where people wouldn't think.
It's just so hard.
I think Sir Mix-a-Lot was craftier than you think.
Oh, so he was driven by his urge to tell the truth, to tell everyone he could not lie, and he masked it by telling another, bigger truth, literally and figuratively, about those giant booties.
Exactly.
Oh my god. I never give him enough credit.
He's a genius.
It's true.
All right, hit me with another question. I don't know what the hell we're talking about anymore.
While you're on Man Chat there, I got another one for you.
Okay.
This is by uburner8807. What do guys do when they fall in love / start liking someone? What do guys do when they fall in love / start liking someone? What do they think about? How do they act? I'm just asking out of curiosity, lol, because I'm pretty sure it's different from the way a girl would think. This post isn't really a priority. So if there's another post that needs more attention, please answer that one first before answering this one. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, like this guy just being like, "Oh no, I know this is bullshit." Like I just also let's get this out of the way. This is dumb as shit.
Like,
so
well, not dumb, just not priority. And like, you're allowed to answer one, but you do have to come back and answer this one, which is why I saved it for second. But I just love how they're like, it's almost like being in a hospital, being like, "Look, I'm injured, but go save that life before you come back to me. But do come back to me because I am bleeding out."
I do have a broken finger, but there is a guy who's been shot. So deal with that. But I also do need this fixed. Definitely, you have to start lying to things about your friends. Like, your friends can't know that you have emotions.
Oh, 100%.
Other than anger. You're allowed to be angry.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. You need to start creatively channeling this happiness into an expressible form of anger. Like, maybe punch a hole in the wall, if you can.
Alternatively, you can brag about fucking someone.
Oh yeah,
you have to like delay the thing of being like, oh no, I actually kind of like this person. It has to be specifically about sex all the time. Be like, nah, man, she got a fat ass, and I'm tapping that every night.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, you can never ever tell them. Like, they can find out, and if they find out, then like the game is up, and like you're all like they'll accept you, and it'll turn out that you didn't need to do it the whole time. But the thing is, you do. Up until that point, because otherwise, then why would you have had to? You know what I mean? That would be crazy. So the thing is, there's another thing that we all do, and that's you act cool, close the door, lean against the door, slide down the door, do a little dance on the ground. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time there's a door that we can block ourselves from view. Every guy. Unless, of course, you're a woman with glasses or bangs or humor. In which case, just close the door and cry because we were near you for so long.
Yeah.
That just about covers it.
I mean, that does it.
No, like, again, this is the inherent problem with this is, like, I can go and say anything here. I can say what I do. I can say what I think people should do. I can say what someone I know does. That does not mean that men do it. There is no fucking yardstick. And thinking like this is like a one-way track to getting hurt, because you're going to start judging things with these broad strokes that don't make any sense. So when someone isn't falling like strictly into that parameter or are doing something different, you're going to start getting upset.
Yeah, and it's like, it would be like saying, how do you get happy?
Yeah.
How do you get angry? It's like, my anger is completely different than someone else's anger.
Yeah, my anger just happens
I tend to get
when...
very, very quiet.
Yeah, my anger just happens when I'm trying to pretend I don't like someone around my male friends. You know?
Yeah, so it's like, you can't put parameters, and you can't put, like, this is how this is.
Yeah.
Especially about emotions, because arguably that is sort of like what makes humans kind of unique.
Mm-hmm.
Is the fact that we have these really complex and unpredictable emotions.
Like, you can get 4 people in a room, show them the same thing, and they'll all act differently, depending on the thing.
I mean, some people might find something funny, other people might find it yappy.
Well, if by other people you mean men.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. It's like everyone reacts differently to different stimuli. So it's like, whether it's something as grand as falling in love, or as something as simple as like what you find funny, or like what makes you happy, it's never going to be the same for the same two people.
Yeah. It's like saying, what food do men eat?
Yeah.
Like, get 5 men, and they're all going to eat different food, presumably. You know what I mean?
And again, those, like, all those things are society, like any sort of like it's either coincidence that people like the same thing, or it's been ingrained. Like there's a, I can't remember the name of the documentary, but it's the vegan documentary on Netflix. I think it's Game Changers, and they show like the ads from the 80s for like Burger King and all that stuff, and it's like, real men eat meat, real men have a big burger, and it's like, that's just what these people have like grown up being told, being like, no, men eat big burgers. So it's like those are the only times you'll find like trends in what quote unquote men do, is things when they've like society has ingrained it into them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, just don't try for these generalizations and just take things as they come, because we can't answer that question.
Is this a guy or a girl asking that question?
I do not know. It doesn't say.
Yeah, because that's interesting. Like, if it's a woman, is she then going to be looking for the signs of, like, what men do?
Oh, but if it's a guy, maybe he's like, shit, do I?
Yeah. He's like, well, maybe I'm in love. Like, I don't know. It's interesting to know who would be, like, trying to, like, what they're doing with this information.
I assumed it was the former, but if it's a guy just trying to figure out if he's in love, that's kind of adorable. Kind of sad.
This comes from Designer Record. Is there such a thing as too much sex? Men, can a woman want too much sex from you? Is it a bad thing if she's coming on to you every night / every other night?
Man, we are all about the generalizations today.
Yes, yes we are.
Everybody has a different sex drive. Some people, that probably isn't enough sex. Some people, that's just so much more sex. Also, like, what about, like, asexuals?
The question is there such a thing as too much sex?
Yes, there definitely is. I once had so much sex in a day that my dick was in so much pain by the end of it. Like, I literally had sex the last time, like, just for the sake of it, just to, like, hit a predetermined number that we came up with, and, like, my dick hurt. Like, it was deep tissue bruising.
Yeah.
It was not good. And, like, we took care. Like, we used condoms and we used lube, and, like, it was... Like, if we hadn't done that, I don't know if it would have survived.
I mean, yeah.
There's definitely... Sorry.
There is a cap. And again, it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
Because, like, for me, I would say, like, 2 or 3 times in a short duration, and I am sore. And, like, that's just how it... Like, I don't want to do it any more than that.
Yeah.
It just isn't going to be fun for me anymore. And I imagine... And it's like... Everyone has a different tolerance for pain and for what their bodies can handle. What you're saying, I think, is a little bit more online of what they're asking. What you said at the beginning, where it's like, yes, everyone's sex drives are different. So, like, what you might think is an appropriate amount of sex might be, sort of a stretch for someone else.
You gotta lead up to sex, too. Sometimes people forget that guys don't just immediately want, you don't just be like, hey, you want to have sex? Sometimes that works. If it's, like, a constant thing, sometimes you gotta, like, work up to it. Sometimes people are sleepy. I don't know. It all depends on the person.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's like there is a limit your body can take for sex. Mm-hmm. And it will know. You'll know. Like, it will hurt and it will suck and it will no longer, like... Sex is an amazing thing, and it's super fun, and it's very, very pleasurable when done correctly.
Yep.
When it stops being those things, when it stops being fun and when it stops being pleasurable, you've had too much sex.
Yeah.
And there's no harm in saying, even if it is, like, depending on, there were times where, like, I would be with someone and they would want to go for round 2, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, but, like, I'm tapped out. Like, I can't do another one. And it's usually those, like, marathon sessions where it's sort of, you know what I mean, where it's not, you go for, like, a really long time, and you're like, I'm burnt out. It's a muscle. You know what I mean? Like, it's working.
Yeah, you don't want that dick ache. Like, that's not fun.
That's the thing. It's like, I could power through it, but I also then don't want to, like,
nobody
hurt
wants
every time I get hard
to feel like their partner is not enjoying it either. You know what I mean? And, like, God forbid then it does hurt too much, or you're thinking about it too much or whatever, and then you don't finish, and then they internalize that, and then the whole thing is worse than if you had just not done it at all. So yes, there is, of course, too much sex, and the fact that this person is asking that question probably means they don't believe that there is, or think that this person has, like, either something wrong with them or an ulterior motive, which is kind of shitty.
Well, it seems like he's on the receiving end, because he says, what happens if she's coming on to me every night, every other night? So I think he might be like, I need a break.
Yeah, no, exactly. What? Oh, so wait, he's asking? I thought she was asking.
No, it's. Maybe it is. There's no.
Because, like, if she's asking, it seems to me like she doesn't believe him when he's saying that there's too much. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't believe there's a limit, which is kind of unfair to this poor man's bruised meat.
Yeah.
There's definitely a limit, though, guys. And everyone has different, like, even just, like, some days you're super horny. Some days, like, maybe it's not happening for you.
Yeah.
You know, these things can change. So you gotta be kind to people's bruised meat. So this is by Throw RA Little Kisses. My 21-year-old male flatmate, 20-year-old male, keeps giving me little kisses when he thinks I'm asleep. How do I ask him to do it when I'm awake, too?
Okay.
Got you with that one, huh?
All right.
I'm going to call him Jake to make it easier. So we met because we're in the same course. We needed flatmates when we moved out of halls in second year. Generally pretty different, but we get on like a house on fire. I couldn't have asked for a cooler flatmate. He's a physically affectionate guy in general, huge hugger, will casually put his arm around me or his friends when sitting side by side. I think we all know the sort of thing I mean. I'm not as much that way as he is because I was kind of raised in a men don't hug kind of household where physical affection was rarely given, if at all, but I'm cool with him being like that and kind of appreciate it. We all need a hug sometimes. So we're staying home a lot lately, and both elected to stay at our flat instead of going home to our families. Him because of, well, that's stuff we're not going to talk about, you know, with the
current unpleasantness.
Yes. So, current unpleasantness, they're staying home a lot. He has a condition that means he's incredibly tired/sleepy a lot, and as such has a funky sleeping pattern. Basically, most days he has to force himself to get up in the morning, take a nap, or sometimes a couple in the day, and go to bed at a reasonable but not too early time, so he gets enough sleep but not too much. Helps keep his fatigue in check and stops him from literally sleeping 15 hours a day at a time. He has good days and bad days. It's relevant, he promises. When he takes his midday nap, he usually does on the sofa in the living room because it's far easier to get up earlier afterwards than if he just naps in his bed. Jake is generally out when he takes his naps, but has said he's fine with it if he's here because they're generally only 30 to 60 minutes, and I'm a heavy sleeper and prefer a bit of background noise while I sleep anyway. Since the current unpleasantness, he's been here every day. He's been accommodating and sweet. Our living room can get cold, so if I fall asleep without a blanket, he'll pop one over me so I don't freeze. It started out like that. I'd fall asleep without a blanket, I'd wake up with one. Another time he was playing with my hair, which I actually loved more than I thought I ever would. Very soothing. Then a week ago, I guess he thought I was asleep because before he tucked a blanket over me, he gave me a little kiss on my forehead. Now, this isn't the first time he kissed me. He's very physically affectionate with everyone and he doles out kisses on the cheek. However, this felt different, much more intimate and loving, and I liked it. I really liked it. To the point where I've literally been pretending to fall asleep sooner than I'm actually ready to in the hopes he'll do it again, which he has been. Sometimes he strokes my cheek or my hair a little bit too much, which, oh my god, that's even better. I don't know what this means. I consider myself mostly straight, not too sure how he identifies, but as far as I'm aware, he's been with both men and women in about equal numbers. I don't know if this is a thing of me being attracted to him. He is very good looking, but I've never thought of him being attractive, or what, but I'd kind of like to be okay with it, / like it if he gave me these forehead kisses while I'm awake too. I don't know how to describe it. It's very comforting, soothing. However, as I've mentioned, I was raised in a context where physical affection was a rarity and only reserved when something bad happened and I was upset. How do I approach him without it being weird?
Okay. This is a lot sweeter than I thought this question was going to be.
I know. I read the first bit and I was like, oh my god. You know, it's like, I'm not going to lie, they had us in the first half.
So it's tough to be like, hey, I would like you to kiss me more. Mm-hmm. I think the simple solution here is when he does it, just casually wake up.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh, hey. And then like if he gets like, oh, I'm sorry, you can be like, no, that's I actually really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know what I mean? You don't have to bring it up. You don't have to make it weird. If it's caught in the act, quote unquote, mm-hmm. It's there. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be brought up.
Exactly.
It's up.
It is, yeah. It's up.
It's up. And then you can literally say like, hey, I really like that. Mm-hmm. And then you guys can maybe, discuss the parameters of what you want to do going forward. Because I don't know if it's something that like you would like more kisses, as in like more intimate kisses. Mm-hmm. If you want to pursue something sexually, or if he's cool with kissing you on the forehead and playing with your hair and that's what you like, then you're not asking anything more of him.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like he's already doing it.
No problem kissing you on the forehead because he's doing it. And
he's
secondly,
doing it.
I assume he is hoping you'd like it because if he's doing it hoping you don't, that's real fucked up.
Yeah. So it's like, worst case scenario, he's aware that you like it and doesn't feel like he needs to sneak around. Mm-hmm. And best case scenario, you've got the things that you want. Like
now you got kisses on tap.
Yeah, now you're gonna get the head kisses and the head tickles and the hair scratches and stuff like that. Like That's great. And it's consensual. You've both agreed to it, so no one really has to be fucking weird about it. You can just be like, this is a thing that we do. And it's like, it might be a tough thing to explain to someone else if it ever needs to be explained, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because it's
your
relationship.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Like, if you're awake when this happens, you can just be like, you don't even need to open your eyes. You can just be like, oh, that's nice. And you could even, like, follow that up with, like, oh, I thought you did it, like, the other day. Or, like, I wasn't sure if it was a dream. Or, like, yeah, I really liked it then, too. Or anything. You just be like, you can even jokingly just be like, hey, you don't just have to do that when I'm asleep. Like, lol. You know, like, this person, I would assume, is not, again, doing this out of malice. So it's like, if they know, that would be the weirdest way to go about it. Malicious forehead kisses and hair tussles.
You're gonna hate this.
You don't even know it's happening, but you're gonna wake up and your head's gonna feel wrong. So yeah, just like, you know, that's the easiest way to do it, because like otherwise it's like, when do you bring it up? You like in the middle of lunch, like, hey, I was actually awake the other day but didn't say anything about it and didn't for the last 3 days, but now I'm bringing it up. Like, that's awkward.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can also, when he kisses you, just say thank you and like, can I have one more?
Yeah,
because like, there you go, you've acknowledged that you like it and acknowledged that you want more.
Yeah, and it's playful. Like, no one's gonna get like weird about it, and like, this person's the one doing it. He's not gonna be like, whoa, you like this, you fucking weirdo.
I mean, maybe we'll see.
I hope not. This is maybe our sweetest question we've ever gotten. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's lovely.
Yeah, and it's like, again, we've talked about it briefly or in depth, I can't remember, but we've definitely talked about it, where it's like, don't worry about the labels of straight and gay or bi or whatever. Like, if this feels right to you and this is something you want to explore, don't worry about being like, I always thought of myself as straight. It doesn't matter. Those labels are great to identify yourself in the broader world, but if it's just going to be you guys right now, just let it be, and then if you really need to, you can figure it out later.
Also, if you like it, you like it. It doesn't matter what it's called.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. It's like, you don't need to, like, I think a lot of people end up getting holed up or not proceeding with things that actually might be really healthy and really good for them, because they've got it in their mind that like, oh, I'm straight and I don't know if I'm gay.
Yeah.
Because like, it doesn't matter. If you just want one kiss or kisses from this one singular man, does that make you bisexual? Does it make you pansexual? Does it make you gay? I don't know.
But it also doesn't matter. It's like, imagine if you were like eating a really nice sandwich and someone was like, oh yeah, that's called, you know, that's called a Cubano.
I'm really excited for
That's
this
called a Cubano.
analogy.
It's just like, oh shit, I can't have Cubanos. My heart belongs to ham and cheese. Isn't that a Cubano? Shit. I don't know. Either way, you know what I mean. It's like, if the food's good, does it matter what it's called?
Yes.
Like,
exactly,
are you turned off like, oh wait, this is called an onion? Oh, I don't like that word. It's like, yeah, but you just ate 5 onions, bud, and you're loving it. What? But if they're called onions.
Yeah, or like, you know, if you have a sandwich, you're like, this is delicious. Like, oh, it's actually vegan. And like, well, I'm a meat eater.
People do that though.
I know.
Yeah, but it's no less ridiculous. If the food's good, just eat it.
Yeah. If you're enjoying the sandwich kisses, just keep eating them sandwich kisses.
Eating his lips.
Yeah. Yum, 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 yum,
Eat his lips with your forehead. It's adorable. This is the fucking lovely content we need to see from that thing we're not talking about.
I know. This is the wholesome stuff. This is the good stuff. This is the things that make my heart warm. This comes from Reddit user Proper Torb.
Ooh.
Help about masturbation.
Hell yeah.
I'm a 21-year-old male. I go to university, second year, and I recently discovered how to pleasure myself as a way to counter all the stress I have. But it quickly became an almost daily activity, and I find it really disturbing. Should I be worried even more? It's a nice thing, but I don't want it.
Aww. I don't like that they're like, should I be worried even more? Which just shows that they're already worried.
Yeah.
Like, masturbation is fine. It's normal. It's healthy. To a degree, I think almost daily is definitely not a worrying amount.
Yeah, especially when it's like you're 21 and you've never masturbated before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's like never having a candy before and then someone unlocking the door to the candy shop and being like, "Go fucking wild."
Yeah, and like
you're going to eat all of the candy. Also, you're going to get diabetes.
Well,
and I think that's where you were going, is there is a limit.
So the thing is, it's like with the candy shop, like you're probably going to do some bad shits if you haven't had candy before. Your tummy's not going to be happy. You're going to have headaches. You're going to be fast-tracking towards diabetes. But guess what? Masturbation is none of those things unless you decide to go so much so that you just like deaden your meat. Which, to be fair, we all gave it a fair shot when we were kids, and it's still going. So like you've got some ways to go.
Yeah, I mean, like there are risks to like physically damaging yourself, and mostly in the short term. Like if you jerk off too much, you can rub yourself raw. You can, cause skin issues down there. Potentially even tearing if you're not doing it correctly.
So today is the day of generalizations and dick bruising.
Yeah,
that's all we're talking about.
Take some time if you're new to it. Enjoy it. Go nuts. If you start feeling discomfort, if you start hurting, if you feel raw, if you feel tender, maybe give it a couple days, relax.
And don't be afraid to like look up online and make sure that the way you're doing it is like the right way for you. You know what I mean? Like they're like, fuck, the first time I had a wank, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was real young and I hurt myself. That was not fun. Actually, the second time I hurt myself. First time was so great, but I didn't know what I'd done. It was mad. So yeah, don't do that.
I think the things, the dangers you have to look at isn't masturbation itself. It's things like addiction. Disassociation. Yeah, it's things where suddenly realizing that like you require it, and let's be honest, you're probably watching porn while you're doing it. And if you're not, you're probably imagining someone you know, or there's a lot of dissociation that can happen with masturbation, where you can start dehumanizing women that you know, or men that you know, or people that you know, where like they suddenly just become like an object of sexual desire or object of sexual like use, which can be really dangerous mentally and socially. You can also, like Niall said, develop porn addiction, where you end up becoming dependent on it. And this will, I'm gonna guess that you're probably a virgin, and it can really screw up future sexual relationships, because you will end up being like, well, the only sexual context you have is porn, which is performative, which we've talked about before. And then trying to transplant that into a real life relationship, it's not going to go well.
Yeah, if you're aware enough that like porn is not real and you're taking care of yourself physically, like those are two really good steps to make sure that you're on the right track. Other than that, like what would be the danger zones or the worries? I guess if like masturbation starts to come before like important things in your life, like if you're staying home to masturbate instead of going out with your friends, or like skipping class to masturbate, or like, or starting to find yourself like jerking off in public because you need to clear your head. Exactly. I feel like those are like the danger signs. If you're just having a wank and doing it a lot, like, welcome. You know what? We said there's generalizations, but I guess this is probably one of the more true ones, because most men have been there.
Yeah.
That's a more shared experience than hating funny women. I fucking tell you that much.
Yeah. It's important to like balance the things and be like, I get it. You're probably scared as fuck because like as a 21-year-old just figuring this out, you're a lot more aware of the world. Whereas like when you're a teenager, your hormones are just like, you are the center of the universe, and what's happening right now currently is the center of the universe. So like you don't really have the worldly knowledge, but like as a 21-year-old, you're out, you're in college, you know things, you've heard things, you've seen things. So like all of a sudden to be like so self-aware of what you're doing, I feel like is kind of scary. Also, I feel like usually if you're coming to it late, there's probably like a reason to it, and that reason is probably like, I don't know, maybe religious or societal in nature, depending where you're from. 100%. I remember I felt guilty the first, like when I was doing it when I was a kid, because I thought like, I don't know, I'd get fucking punished, or like Jesus would like hurt my family, like legit though. Like I honestly like felt guilty about it. And like if something bad happened, I was like, shit, is it because I did that? Didn't last very long, thankfully, because I wasn't stopping. So, but like, there were these like super irrational like thoughts, and like I don't even come from like a super strongly religious family, so like
thing. Like, I can understand, like, where the guilt and, like, the fear comes from, but, like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, the last thing of being like, I don't want it, makes it seem like he thinks this is a
bad thing.
And it's not. It's not. I can't remember the statistics, but I'm pretty sure it's like 98% of the world masturbates.
Yeah, it's
and it's okay if you don't. That's cool, as long as you're doing it because you don't want to.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like no one has to. If you don't want to, don't. If you do want to do, that's kind of as simple as it is. You know, try keep it within reason. Obviously, like we discussed some of the dangers, like try and kind of steer clear of those. But like knowing yourself and your pleasure and like your body is a fucking great thing, and you need to do it. Or you don't need to do it, but I'm saying when you do it, it's great.
Yeah.
This is by Meme Economy Investor.
Okay.
I broke up with my 22-year-old male girlfriend, 22-year-old female, because she refused to show me a note left at our door. She asked if I checked the mail, and since it was Sunday, I said I didn't. So she went to check anyway, and there was a note in our mailbox. I asked what it was, and she said it was from work, so I asked her what it was about. She got extremely defensive, refused to show me, and then ripped it up, balled it, and flushed it down the toilet. We got into an argument, and she said it was from a guy named Gage at the gym. I asked her how he knew where we lived and why he was leaving notes, and she said he knew her car, and that's how he found the house. Did I do the right thing here?
Oh man, there's so many things happening here. One, a guy named Gage from the gym.
I know, that's like one of the things you least want to hear.
What? How, is it spelled like actually like Gage? Like
no, even
like a gate, like a
even worse. It's just Gage.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, he took a shortcut. He didn't even spell it like a shotgun.
Fuck me. I mean, like, I would have gotten out of there just for that.
The best part, like, as if that already wasn't terrifying enough, like, if we step into what she says and imagine it's true, which I'm assuming it isn't, he knew her car and that's how he found the house. Is Gage a cop and can, like, follow your, like, or is Gage a stalker? Or is Gage a hacker as well as a buff dude? Like,
I mean, here's the thing. Yeah,
how's Gage following the car?
Ways. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. It's like either he's like, okay, let's play this in like the least threatening way possible. One, he's walked you to your car, or he's seen you get into your car.
Mm-hmm.
He now knows that you drive that kind of car.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just casually strolling the neighborhood or driving through the neighborhood, and he sees a very similar car, and he's like, oh, hey, that must be where that person lives, because that's the only car that exists of that. You know what I mean? It's like, so he must know your license plate, which is a wild thing to do.
Yeah, like, no one casually knows someone else's license plate.
I mean, I guess unless you have a very distinctive, like, bumper sticker or something. Like, maybe she has, like, you know, one of those stupid fucking stick family things. Like, if there's
there's a lot of reaching here. Like, she would have to have a very significantly recognizable car, and he would have to just happen to bump into the car and then have pen and paper on him to write a note.
Yeah, like, or alternatively, is he saw the place, went home, wrote a note, went back, dropped it in.
Yeah, but like, Gage, do you not have a phone, bud?
Yeah.
Can you not wait till you're at the gym, bud? What's happening here?
But here's the thing: it's like, if she asked if he had checked the mail,
sounds like she was expecting it.
If he did, like, what was the plan?
I don't know.
What if he was like, I brought the mail in.
Yeah.
So I don't.
She's like, hey, did any suspicious man called Gage leave me something?
Yeah. Did a guy with like a puka shell necklace and cargo shorts fucking swing by? Because I imagine he's the kind of guy that has like a visor. Like, he probably wears a visor.
Oh, he like was probably born with a visor. You know, he
was born with a tribal tattoo.
No, he definitely. I was literally about to say he has
his birthmark is like a fucking barbed wire tattoo around his bicep.
Yeah, 100%. He has the word Gage like tattooed just above his dick.
And on every knuckle.
On every knuckle.
He's just got Gage on both of his hands.
I bet you it was Gauge, and then he realized that he only has 4 knuckles, so he was like, shit.
Sorry, you gotta go.
Yeah. I've no time for you. But then also, even if Gage is a good dude, which I'm sorry, man, I don't trust you, Gage. And even if he did somehow see her, you know, just her really just stands out car and did somehow make a note and didn't have a phone and all these things, why would you check the mail on a Sunday? Why would you rip it up? Why would you flush it down the toilet?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Is like if Amanda did that, if Amanda got a note from someone,
especially if his name was fucking Gage,
and then fucking frantic. Well, she lied about it too, right?
Yeah.
She said it was work. So, and then like flushed it down the toilet. I'm like, okay, there's something in there that you desperately do not want me to see, because one, you lied about who it was from, what it was about, and then you like furiously destroyed the evidence.
That's what drug dealers do when they're raided by the cops. Like, this is not a...
You are flushing your Gage stash.
Yeah. So I think, yes, it is a very fair thing to have an argument about.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think you could be like, hey, what the hell was that? And then if she lied, I'm like, okay, why'd you lie about that? What was in the note? But, like, I don't even... Like, at that point, I'm like...
Well, like, how...
You've just lied to me twice. And
then you've destroyed the only thing that can really exonerate you.
So
because
I'm
now
not going to believe you.
Whatever the fuck it is. And, like, unless she says something horrendous, then why would you rip it up? So it's like she either tells you something horrible, in which case you probably should break up anyway, or she doesn't, and then you probably don't trust her because she just lied to you, and why would you rip up something that's not horrible?
She's already proven that she's a liar and is willing to lie about whatever her and Gage are up to. So those right there are enough for me to be like, yeah, sorry, man, like I can't trust you anymore. Like, the trust is gone.
Yeah, that's a pretty swift way to, like, bench press the trust right out of there.
Alternatively, what I think you should do, because I need to see a picture of this man, is set up a webcam over your mailbox and see if old sneaky Gage comes, creeping on back with another note.
Yeah, like, I can't imagine Gage is good at sneaking, though.
Oh, no, he's definitely fucking longboarding up and, like, doing an ollie.
I think that's more of, like, a Taylor than a Gage. I think Gage drove up in his, like, camo fucking, like, dune buggy.
His, like, souped-up go-kart.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
that's definitely not street legal.
No, not at all. He's wearing fatigues. He's never been in the army, but he does have enough guns to be, like...
You know what? He probably has one of those bikes that has a motor on the back of it. Like, and I'm not talking like a motorcycle.
Okay, I was like...
I'm literally talking like a pedal bicycle that someone has attached a motor to.
But one of the loud fucking ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's purposely did modifications to make it louder.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the thing. Like, next time you just hear... You know Gage is outside.
You know Gage is there.
Yeah. He's flexing those oily muscles right outside from behind some bad-fitting sunglasses and an army cap.
It's those wraparound sunglasses.
100%.
All right, we've made fun of Gage enough. We need to end this.
Gage, I hope we didn't do you dirty, because, to be fair, you're not coming off great in the story. But if you are a Gage out there and you think we've done you dirty, message us in. We can take this back.
Yeah, send us a message. We can... We've painted
also,
Gage
honestly,
in broad strokes. I know we've said all episode not to do it, but...
Yeah, oh god, we did the thing. We said, oh no.
To be fair,
hashtag not all
we're
Gage.
saying this Gage. Yeah, not all Gage. Not my Gage.
Legitimately, if anyone is called Gage, please message us, because I want to be proven wrong here.
Yeah.
That's...
Or proven right.
Yeah, if you have a souped up doom buggy, just, like, let me see that sweet hog.
Thank you very much for listening. Hopefully, I think we've got it right this time.
I hope so.
I think we've got good audio content. Hopefully, we're back in the saddle and providing content that you can listen and sonically enjoy again.
We don't want to hurt you ever, and we definitely don't want to hurt your ears. So
no. So thank you very much for listening. I hope, like I said before, I hope we're bringing a little bit of normalcy and routine and making you feel like everything is going to be okay, because everything will be okay. If you want to reach out to us for whatever reason, if you don't have a question, even if you want to just talk to us, we're around. We're not doing anything, so we're here to talk to you. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/FCKBuddiesPodcast. You can find us on Instagram at Fuck Buddies Podcast. I didn't do a game this week, at least not yet. I might do one on the weekend. But I've been doing like Instagram story games, so you can interact with us that way. You can find us on Twitter at FCK_buddies. Niall's been really active on Twitter, and then you can send us an email if you need a little bit more space to talk to us at fbuddiespodcast@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, you can also find us at plentybeef.ca.
You could find us there as well.
Thank you, Josh Eagle and the Harvest Cities, for their song Paper Stars. And yeah, hopefully it's been a nice little break for you guys this week. Are you ready for some horrendous sex writing?
I'm ready.
This one might be a little bit longer than usual. Are you comfy?
I'm comfy.
I hear you get comfy.
Oh, I can't get too comfy because I'll be too far away from the mic.
All right. Asuna threw back her body while drawing out the last part of her sentence as she violently convulsed 2-3 times. Her breasts, which were sticking out in front of her, danced in time with these motions. I was in no position to pause and admire the sight of Asuna with her eyes scrunched closed and her teeth gripped together, looking incredibly cute, yet horribly lewd, all at the same time. As Asuna's vagina gripped my penis tightly, I was once again assaulted with the powerful urge to come. Thinking that I wouldn't be able to resist at this time, I instinctively pushed up into Asuna's core with abandon. Grabbing her hips with my hands, I shoved my hard penis in as far as I could before pulling it out again. Being linked. Being suddenly assaulted right after coming, all Asuna could do was frantically writhe around. I took her hand, which was extended towards me, and linked our fingers together. Every time I stirred up Asuna's insides, our overflowing juices would fly about as the place of our joining melted in endless heat. Amazing. Her bouncing breasts also sent large amounts of sweat flying about. Asuna was letting out deliriously sweet moans with a completely melted look on her face. I'm come. Yes, let it out. Kirito, let out a lot. As I shoved myself into Asuna, I released all of the pent-up sensations I had stretched to the limits. Asuna, I could feel my hot sperm gushing deep into Asuna as she trembled in yet another climax. 2 years' worth of semen made a glopping noise as it flowed endlessly into Asuna. Every time my penis twitched, fireworks would go off in my head.
I mean, I'm more hung up on the whole fact that her breasts were in front of her.
I know. Like, what's he having sex with? Some kind of funny woman?
I bet she had bangs and glasses.
Really? You're not hung up on 2 years' worth of semen making a glopping noise as it flowed endlessly into her?
No, because that's pretty much what I imagine 2 years of semen would do.
Hey, I can't deny that. So this is from Sword Art Online, which is like an anime, and I guess the guy who wrote it decided to like add like to write his own chapters online that aren't, I don't think, filmed, but they're like officially canon. So I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but there you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And that's why I don't watch anime now.
Really? Because I imagine you just thought, hey, I should watch some anime.
So to finish us off, I've got another this is almost like bad sex writing. This comes from Pornhub user Motorhead369.
Hell yeah.
God, I miss when sex was still so new and exciting. This just reminds me of being a teenager, finally alone with my girlfriend that I was absolutely enamored with, sneaking in a little sexy time, like we're the only two people in the world. Parking that beef bus in Tuna Town. My name is Dave Miller.
I'm Mal Spain.
And we have been your fuck buddies.